This is the Porsche Turbo RSR Type 934 40th anniversary kit from Tamiya. Back in 1976, Tamiya's first ever radio-controlled car kit was a Porsche Type 934. And of course, a lot's changed in the past 40 years, and this kit represents the anniversary model to celebrate that history. In this case, it's a TA02SW chassis. If you were around for the mid-90s, early 2000s touring car boom, you'll recall that the TA01 and TA02s were basically the cars that lit the fuse on that whole touring car scene. In this case, it's a TA02SW. SW stands for short wheelbase, and in typical Tamiya style, they have a short wheelbase chassis to match the short wheelbase car. Since the 911, not a long wheelbase car, Tamiya wants to get those proportions right, and they've got a short wheelbase kit designed just for that model. So let's take a look inside this 40th anniversary vehicle. Tamiya supplies their suitcase style box. And first thing we see here is a parts bag. Let me get that open for you. We've got some lovely chrome headlight buckets. This is an LED included kit, so those are going to look really nice once they're installed. Help those LEDs shine bright. The other piece is, of course, the iconic Porsche Whaletail. And you can see how intricate that molding is, all this detailing in the rear deck and the wing itself. If you get the correct Tamiya color to paint the body, it should match the swing perfectly. Tamiya takes pains to get the colors right. Of course, you can always paint it like a scale model, but we'll see how that works out once we actually get this kit built. But one parts bag in, and already some impressive stuff with this Porsche. Here's the wheels. And the wheels are a multi-piece design. The chrome rim itself is going to have a BBS style center that goes in there. And as typical for Tamiya, the finishes are just beautiful on these parts. The chrome is like a mirror, really nicely done. Lost connection there. Tamiya does mask the rim when they chrome it so that the mounting beads are not chromed. Always nice attention to detail from Tamiya. Here we've got some suspension arms. In the case of the TA02SW, it has the same chassis as the standard TA02, but instead of the rear swept arms, the SW gets arms that go roughly straight out from the chassis, and that's what makes it a shorter wheel. This tree's got steering bell cranks. You've got your battery retainer, I would call it. Actually, these are the battery retainers. This should be part of the it's like an arm that holds down the battery on the FRP chassis. Of course, we'll look at the instructions and see what all these parts do once we assemble the kit. This should be the LED controller. Yep, there's your controller. And we've got a whole mess of LEDs in here. And these appear to be labeled. I don't know if you can read that, but we'll untangle this LED mess when we build the car. And here is a big bag of stuff. CVA shocks, plastic body. Tamiya's had these on hundreds of cars, work just fine. The TA02 car is known for their very robust plastic gears. You can see how wide these guys are. You can put a lot of power through a TA02. Ball diff holes up here. Rear diff should be a gear unit. We'll check out the manual. Steering hubs. You've got your damper oil, springs, etc. You can also see there's a FRP shock tower in there for the front. Spring perches, shock spacers, that sort of thing. D-bag has got your prop shaft, hardware, ball bearings. More ball bearings in the A-bag. And there's your rear shock tower. Good old Tamiya 540 motor. And we've got some more bearings in the B-bag, plus some shafts and other bits. Of course, it would not be a Tamiya kit without a beautiful Lexan body. Tamiya, of course, does a fantastic job on these. Now, in this case, it is a one-piece body minus the injection molded rear wing. It's got a pretty good undercut here on the back for the bumper, which means this would be a multi-piece mold. You can see the mold line that runs along the body here. When you mold a Lexan body, the body shape has to have a draft where the sides are angled. That way the plastic can come off the mold once they mold it. But to create an overhang like this, they use a multi-piece mold. So just more attention to detail on Tamiya's part to get that body just right. Here's the tire bag. Nice wide slicks. Those look great on those chrome wheels. Speaking of the wheels, here's those centers. And these are molded in a gold tone, which should look fine, but we'll probably paint these for a more authentic metallic look. But kudos to Tamiya for molding those in color. Strip type inserts, remember these? You'll have to glue the ends, which usually led to a hard spot in the tire. Of course, a model like this is probably way closer to a shelf queen than a hard runner, but those are the inserts, old style strips. More plastics. You'll recognize that front bulkhead if you're a TA01, TA02 guy, or a Manta Ray driver for that matter, or a Blazing Star. Tamiya built a lot of kits on this platform. Parts are molded in black. These would also come in blue or red, depending on the model, but they're going to look good in black. Butterfingers. Here we've got your steering parts, C-hubs, rear hub carriers, bell cranks, servo horn. There's your radio deck, front bumper, rear bumper, not sure if front arms most likely. And this is a great part. Typically TA02 would have a tub chassis. For the anniversary car, you've got these lovely FRP pieces for the chassis. So these will really look nice once the car is assembled, upper and lower deck. Loaded decal sheet to create those Jägermeister graphics. Tamiya always does a great job there. And of course, you've got your manual. You can see the assembled car there with that FRP chassis. Really great old school look. So you can take a look in here. There you can see your ball dip assembly. And this car has the aluminum motor mount. Didn't see that in the parts bag just doing the initial unboxing, but it does have the aluminum motor mount. So this will go together in typical Tamiya fashion. It's all Phillips head, but if you have a good number 2 screwdriver, or even better, a official Tamiya Phillips head screwdriver, the kits are very easy to assemble. This should be a fun build. We'll get it all detailed out, just like the box art. Won't be a hard driver as such a special kit, but it will definitely look great on the shelf and look great cruising, especially at night. We'll get those LEDs in there, and you'll read all about it in RC Car Action. Give you one more shot of that chassis.